Hey everyone. Um, Recap of yesterday. You can go ahead and watch the video, but if you're in premium, but this was insane cool how it happened. I literally motioned that we would have this kind of move, and we did. And quite a bit of volatility on NQ as opposed to ES, where we were doing some overshooting and overreaching. Very, very choppy morning, but I was able to catch 250 points of this move. I was kind of exhausted from previous days move mentally, honestly, and just took profit dead zone. But ES was actually super clean. Some people were in 67.46 call out and held for a ton. So super happy. A lot of great responses from people making hundreds, thousands of dollars. So that was great. Um, Huge range anticipated for Friday. Huge. Both from, I mean, just looking at the ceiling and floor levels, like look, 25 4,000. I'm sorry, 25,400. This is 1,200 points of room. Insane. And even our end of day OMM floor and ceiling, like where they're positioned at, like it's going to be a wild night. And RTH with OPEX, more Trump stuff. It's going to be quite one. So the idea is that we take advantage at key levels, take profit at key levels, and let them both speak to us contextually and for actionability. So, if this is your first time, please I encourage you to review the free Fridays from previous weeks and check out the fundamentals page, the fractal mastery, to understand a little bit more of what's going on. But this is the idea that I'm looking for. Got a ton of oscillation here. It appears to me, since we're already opening up in positive exposure, if we have no gap up or down, that we either get a little pullback back into above the floor from EBITDA day and then a push down. And upon a push down, this is going to be really decisive. This area 531 to 580. Because if that breaks, this is going to push way down into the floor. But I think it's going to take a lot of time to do that. So this has got to hold right here, 710 to 740 for longs to continue working for the lookup. But expecting this kind of motion with some anticipation, something, either London session pushes us down or some news catalyst drives us down, we start a recovery. I'm treating this like a pivot for the day. This is extremely decisive for big longs or a big short. So there's a lot going on there that I got from the system, but essentially you could even treat this as a pivot for entries or break and retest, honestly. But that's going to be decisive for massive longs to work, and it's going to be decisive for topping for shorts into the rest of the day, which would be about a 500, 700 point move possibly to this low. So it's decisive, and really what starts taking place above is median range being resistive here with these weekly levels. These are great TPs. Really, each key area is a great TP if you're in longs here. And for shorts, each area, each line is a great opportunity for TP. These vectors are going to, of course, we're going to look for always support above them to drive long. So you can use that as additional confluence from the dead zone. But extra confluence from the dead zone for the bottom side would be median range, holding below and then push down. But for the top side, there is a cluster of paths, meaning a good number of scenarios started moving towards this high again for this Friday, with the ceiling elevated for both the overnight and the OMM ceiling, which lets me know that there's anticipation of volatility to the upside. and there's targets. So that's on NQ. On ES, similar story. A move down, and then a push up. Clear targets, something like this. But this is, again, going to be decisive. If this breaks, it's going to drive down, just drive down to that mid 6500s. So that would be the invalidation, just break and retest and just holds, keeps holding. He's passively selling. But on the top side, these vectors, that spread is a little bit annoying, but you can look for confirmation just holding this floor. If you want to wait, then I would recommend waiting until at least this wave 7 hourly vector. If you don't like this zone here, just wait here and then a move up. TP, TP, TP. But this is going to be this area right here, kind of like this decisive zone. It's going to be like an event horizon. By event horizon, it's like the trigger for the big move on either side. Then we have macro pivot. I mean, there's clear targets above. So I'm going to clean this up in the evening. So there might be a little bit less, maybe a little bit more to provide some clearer view. Just have a few things to address. So that's for NQ and ES. And then for the gold charts, you will see notes on the gold charts and examples for trade ideas. So, yeah, enjoy the Free Fridays, and please enter the giveaway that we're doing. Thank you all for your support. And if you have any questions, please drop in the Discord and ask. Take care.